I got a question.
What's up?
So, what is the scariest zombie-like plague, virus, infection, whatever that you've seen in like movies, video games, TV shows, all that?
Oh, bro, that's easy. That has to be Dead Space. Just for simple fact, like the mutations and the fact that it can turn dead corpses into
Hmm.
like zombies. I know it's kind of alien space zombies, but I still count it.
Yeah.
But and for me, it's like the way to kill them is shooting off their limbs.
Hmm.
Like which person? It's like backwards of what human nature is when shoot. Even when you go hunting, you don't go, oh, let me shoot a deer in the legs and get it. Nah, bro, it's definitely Dead Space for the
Hmm.
simple fact they're deadly with the little pinchers they have, and and the fact that they can even change kids.
Hmm.
Kids, like literally, that shocked me. Like you
Hmm.
had little baby zombies and all the different types of zombies, bro. Dead Space for sure. Dead
Nah.
Space, and notable mention, bro. When I didn't say Resident Evil. Just a simple fact, I don't count that because there's different type of monsters, zombies, T virus, but Dead Space for
Yeah.
sure.
And you see in Dead Space though, right? Um, if you cut off their head, they still come at you too.
Yeah, I
And I was
know.
like, I said, bro, ain't no way, man. And like the first Dead Space, just like for those who don't know, Dead Space is a video game, but it's just like it messes with your claustrophobia
Hmm.
and it makes you very, very hella afraid of the dark. Like
I know.
just like your senses and like your five senses are on go.
Yeah, you had to be. You're in space, first of all.
For real.
Who we don't go to space that I know often. And then number two, it's like fun fact when I was playing the very first Dead Space, I thought, okay, because I'm used to playing shooters like COD and all that. Like I shot its head, the first one you see in the game, and I'm like, bro, why is it not dying? And it killed me. I'm like, bro, what the heck?
For
And I
real.
had to look it up, and it was like, oh, you're supposed to shoot the limbs.
Yeah. And so it's just like, nah, I remember what I saw the movie first, and I was like, I said this is based on a video game, and then I watched slash played the video games. I was like, I can't do it, no matter what. I can't beat the second game like so many times, but every time I replay it, it still scares me. Like no matter what.
Oh yeah, bro. It's just the fact that they can come out of no anywhere, like the mutations.
Hmm.
You got that. I forgot. It's the one that affects all the other zombies. The little flying one, like
Yeah,
that thing can fight you. And I'm just like, bro, zombies aren't supposed to fly, and that thing flies.
yeah. Just like no matter what, like I said, you gotta be on constant go mode, like because they're in a spaceship in space, right? You think you're safe? No, them bad boys will come through an air vent.
Yeah,
They
bro.
will come through a vent and they will get you.
And it's not like you're on common ground either because no air, you're out of there. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And I just, I, I, that would suck on so many levels,
Mhm.
because it's like, where are you gonna go? You're in a big spaceship, but like once you get to the end, you're in the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like you're on Earth where you can run, and if you get no water, you get on the boat, get away. You know what I mean? It's space. You're limited to the spaceship or even a space colony. You're only
Yeah.
you're limited to where the oxygen is. You know what I mean?
And you know what sucks about Dead Space 2? Like when you read the books, watch the movies, and play the video games, you find out that the government is behind it. Like they're like, all right, well, we found the rock. We're gonna bring it back to Earth. But the government knew once you mess with the rock, that's when all the weird shit starts happening. That's when the people start dying and coming back and killing each other. So like you find out in the first video game that your player he sends a distress signal, a distress beacon to another ship, and that ship is coming, and that ship has a nuke on it to blow up all the evidence of everything that happened because they knew what was gonna happen.
Hmm.
So I was like, hell no, just that's my number one.
I think a good number two would be Dying Light for sure. Just for simple fact, you have the element, the mutations as well. But at nighttime, oh my gosh, nighttime is, and plus you have you're infected, so you have to get in the UV light, and especially the second one,
Yeah,
and like it's just like constantly you only have like a certain amount of time. Most of us don't know parkour. I know I don't.
I gotta
So
be
it's
fun.
like, can you really venture out? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
and God forbid you stay at nighttime near a hive or something, bro. Like I just couldn't imagine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And just like with Dying Light, like, geez, like, it's just the fact that you can't go out at night. Like, that is a given.
I mean,
Like,
you can, but I wouldn't recommend it.
you,
Just the volatiles. I remember the first game when I met, I was like, "What is this?" No,
like,
they're faster than you.
only go out at night if you're that desperate. But if not, you better get your ass home. You better make sure you have a UV light or something. And it's just like, God, just it's a whole lot to think about. Cause like the more you think about it, like they're all really bad. Dead Space, Dying Light,
Mm.
World War Z.
Oh no, man, it's. But at least I mean, yeah, I would be scared because I'm perfectly healthy. I mean, and it's just like, oh my gosh, you'd have to get some. You know what I mean? Like,
hmm I mean, but like World War Z, the game, like it draws inspiration from both the book and the movie.
mhm.
But World War Z, that's where you have to take on thousands upon thousands of zombies at once. The part in the movie where you see the zombies climbing over each other to get over that
Yeah,
giant ass wall,
yeah,
they do
bro.
that in the video game too. You're
Yeah,
on a what, second or third floor in a mall in New York.
or even in New York, you can go be on the 15th floor, and they could just come up,
They could
bro.
climb the side of a building. They're just climbing over each other like a bunch of ants.
Yeah,
I think
bro.
that is the scariest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, bro. And just think about it too. There could be zombies in the building, plus the ones coming up. Like you're trapped,
You're
bro. Like,
you're done for. It's over, buddy.
and it's just, man, that's very scary to think about, bro. Like,
Truly.
what would you do in that situation? You had to find shelter. But I would be more scared of humans if it's the dying light because you could get yourself a common cold or something, or get strep throat or something,
Yeah.
and you'll be fine for a couple days. But the people, bro,
Yeah.
people gonna extort other people, killing gonna go around.
It's kind of like during the COVID pandemic. You see, I worked at Walmart
Uh-huh.
when the pandemic started, right?
Yeah.
I was putting up spaghetti sauce, bro, and I accidentally sneezed, and this customer dropped a whole jar of spaghetti on the floor and ran.
Oh
And
my
I'm just
god.
sitting there like, bro, what the hell?
It made and COVID. It was really bad for that simple fact. Like everyone was scared of each other. You 6 feet. You know what I mean? Like, and people were fighting. People were
Over,
dying over tissue paper.
ah,
Like, could
God.
you imagine? Like, a
I,
COVID was pretty bad. I don't want to downplay that. But a zombie apocalypse where there's things coming after you.
mhm.
Could you imagine, bro?
I could not. Like, I think a zombie apocalypse is what would really bring out the worst in people because, um, in their defense or in their mind, they're doing whatever they need to survive.
And
Like, it's them versus everybody else.
mhm.
So they're the number one important character in their story. So they're going to do whatever they need to survive.
And if you even watch World War Z, there's a scene in there where they're at the grocery store and you could see the chaotic nature,
Yeah.
and you see Brad Pitt's character. He had to shoot somebody, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you see the cop running. He thinks he's in trouble. The cop says, "I don't care." He basically walks past him and gets stuff himself. So
The cop,
you can't even count on law enforcement or
hell
anything else
no.
because it's like a survival thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The government's gonna do what they do, but it's like every man for himself. And when you have, especially since we live in the DFW area, you know, it's very highly
It's a
compact.
high risk.
Yeah, very high risk. Like if you're in the Midwest in a low populated and you're on the farm, you would be pretty much safer. You know what I mean? You grow all
Something.
your food, but here,
Anywhere in a metroplex, like DFW metroplex, if God forbid a zombie apocalypse were to start, DFW would be up shit creek.
yeah, for sure. I just it's like, what do you do in that moment? How do you survive in that moment?
I don't know, like dog,
Like, especially to those people who don't know how to cook, who rely on fast food and stuff like that. Like,
mhm.
and the metroplex is, and eventually electricity's gonna go out, water's gonna go out. Like,
Yeah,
and it's like,
I feel like a zombie apocalypse would lead to a modern dark age.
oh,
Because like, what's it called? Where I live right now, there is a power grid, literally just up the street. And if we don't have anybody to keep it running, this side of Fort Worth will be out of power. So it's just like, nah. So that's about video games. Now,
Mhm.
what is the worst in like a movie or a TV show that you see?
World War Z for sure, bro. I know we just got done talking about it, but World War Z.
28 days later.
Oh yeah, tell me about that, bro. What is 28 days like? I haven't
So
seen it.
28 days later is the reason why fast moving zombies is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So in the movies, they're not even zombies. They're just infected with a disease that makes them extremely fucking mad, and they just going around killing anybody. Like they don't eat, they don't drink, they don't care about self preservation or nourishments. Like they will just continue to hunt down and kill anybody else until they die of starvation and dehydration.
So basically, the definition of zombie,
Not
but
even, bro.
zombies don't die from hunger and all that.
I
That is
mean,
scary, bro.
like they're still human. They're just infected with a disease that makes them extremely fucking mad.
Man,
And like sure they'll bite you and all that shit, but like in one movie, like they just beat the fuck out of you until you're dead. So but like they go like I had to read because they got a comic book about it too, and I was
mm-hmm.
like, fuck it, I'm gonna read it. You
Yeah.
know, so it's highly contagious. It's all in the blood. You know what I'm saying? Like
How contagious is it though? Like,
like
are we talking about like airborne?
uh, it's not airborne.
Okay.
It's bloodborne, like bites and all that shit. Like in the first movie, one of the main characters he gets a drop of blood in his eye, and he turns in like 20 seconds. But like that's not it. Like bro, the infected they throw up blood in your face.
So kind of like spitter zombies
Like,
from.
yeah, like they throw up and they will pin you to the ground, and if they start throwing up on you, you're over with. You're done. Like, and it's just like one dude, he got like a zombie threw up in his face. Like, it took him like 6 seconds for him to turn.
Oh my, that's the spread of that would go around. Like, could you imagine how long do you think it would take to get a million zombies if there's one starting out in that universe?
One, boy, the whole country of Great Britain had to get shut down. Like England,
Mm-hmm.
England had to get shut down in like the first week.
But man, and that's not one. That's it's not one of the biggest countries, like biggest like population wise. You
I
know.
mean, but it's still a lot of people there. But just think about it:
Mm-hmm.
one person gets infected and infect another person. That's two. It'll multiply by two every time.
Not even by two, bro. It could multiply by three. You know,
Oh, I
because
mean, just like because one person infects another, that's two. Those two infect other people, that's four. Those four infect other people, that's eight. It multiplied by two every time.
she's Louise,
Yeah,
bro.
so I'm just saying, like 100 people are infected. Now they're able to infect another 100 people. That's 200 people infected. It goes like it gets bad.
I could,
So
man, and the thing about it, bro, is all this stuff. It's like, where would you even go? What would you even do
you
at that moment? You can't, especially since we live in the DFW area, bro.
yeah,
Like, there's not really nowhere to go. I mean, sure, you could go to. I mean, there's plenty of parts of Texas that have no land, no like very dispersed population, you know.
yeah,
But everyone else is gonna have that same mindset. Yeah.
exactly.
And
Like
here in this state, everyone has weapons, you know. So it's like you're gonna get shot at just for trying to get some apples or something. You know what I mean?
I feel like Texas, the state of Texas, I feel like Texas might be able to do some damage during the
Oh, for
zombie
sure.
apocalypse.
Everyone here carries more than one gun. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Most people that are gun owners carry more than one. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And it's like they rather give up their children than their guns.
I'm just saying, but it's just like another one like in the zombie movie versus like The Walking Dead. Like we now know in The Walking Dead that everybody is infected. Like once you die, no matter how you die, if you die of a heart attack, you come back. Like what? You could die. You could step on a piece of glass, die from an infection. Boom, you come back. Just no matter how you die, you come back as a zombie.
Oh man. I'm not sure, but think about it, bro. I'm rather rather deal with that because they're slow walking versus
Now,
dead space zombies.
now, if you watch the recent seasons of The Walking Dead, the zombies are starting to evolve.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, they start, man, in season 11, they start climbing walls. Like they start opening doors. They use rocks to break glass and shit now. And I was like, ain't no way, man.
Yeah, but I think by the time those zombies evolve to capable,
Mm-hmm.
we pretty much be dead. Because the thing is, evolution is real. Evolution takes what, a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they did a study, bro. Infants, some infants are not having the wisdom teeth because we're used to eating processed food. Well, here in the states,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy.
I still gotta get my wisdom teeth taken out.
But
But like, I think if you read, if you read World War Z, like if you read the book, like the author Max Brooks, he gives a very realistic take as to how the zombie apocalypse would go.
mm-hmm.
So it's just like, what's it called? Like you saw the movie Don't Look Up on Netflix, right?
Oh yeah.
And that is a kind of like that, how people are ignorant to it because they got more important shit to worry about. And when they finally realize that, oh shit, this is really happening, it's already too late. And there's
Mhm.
nothing they could do about it anymore. So it's just like World War Z. I think the scariest thing that I read in that book was astronauts in the International Space Station. There were so many zombies, like they could see from Earth.
Holy crap!
They could just see from Earth a whole tidal wave of zombies. I was like, bro, that is the scariest shit I've
Like, you
ever
know how
heard.
many zombies there has to be,
Millions
bro?
upon
At
millions.
one point, bro, and I think there's like 7 billion people on this earth,
Yeah.
bro. How in that universe, how many zombies do you think there would be in just one day if there's one zombie that carry the virus
So
infecting other people?
check
And
this
it, and,
out.
and let's say it's in the states. It starts in the states
Well,
in Texas. Let's just say it starts in Texas.
in the book it started in China.
Okay.
And so it spread because people were the black market organ trade.
Mm-hmm.
They over here delivering organs that had the zombie virus in it,
Mm-hmm.
and they put it in other people, and boom, now they're infected.
So how long did it take? How many zombies do you know for the first day?
I don't know.
I
Like
I would say at the bare lowest, if we're going to lowball it, I'd say about like 30,000 and up. You know what I mean?
something like, bro.
Especially if it starts in China, because there's a lot of people. That's
Mhm.
one of the mostly high populated areas
Yeah.
for sure. China, and
I mean, but it's just like the government is gonna try and keep it on a hush.
yeah, of
But after a
course
while, they can't.
you can't. I
Yeah.
mean, especially since ports and all that.
Exactly.
And to me, it starting in Asia and Europe is the worst place because those places,
Are
the
huge.
population,
Yeah, they're huge.
and I think the highest population is India, but I think if I'm not
I
mistaken,
think it is India.
yeah. Just imagine if the virus started there.
And like, and just like in both the movie and the book, they're talking about Jerusalem was smart because they started building walls.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
I mean, if they can climb walls, bro, I mean, what good is that? You know what I mean? If they can
well,
climb,
no, the zombies in the book,
yeah.
they're traditional slow
Oh, okay.
zombies, but they're scary. I'm talking about they walk along the ocean floors,
Oh no,
and then like during the winter they freeze, but like, but in the spring when they start to thaw out again, they're ready to go.
kind of like Game of Thrones. Winter, that
Mhm.
guy in the I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but I think from what I've seen, um, that it's the winter is coming. It's essentially the theme,
Yeah,
and there's the Ice King or whatever he is, and those guys, it's crazy because the whole place is winter, and they can use the winter and walk with it, bro. It's
it's scary,
yeah, bro.
but
And
like,
on top of that, bro, it's just with the zombie apocalypse, it's just the uncertainty of knowing what's safe and whatnot because you don't know. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure the internet's gonna go out from the government,
yeah,
water, electricity. You have to find a food place. You have to find water, and it's like there's competition within people.
yeah.
Like your neighbor that you know across the street, he could be violent too to you just to survive.
In the zombie apocalypse, a whole lot of things like money in the zombie apocalypse is useless.
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
it's not gonna do you any good. I think the scariest like instance I've seen like reading about zombies and all that was so the same dude who wrote The Walking Dead, Robert Kirkman,
Mm-hmm.
he worked with Marvel for a bit and he made a Marvel zombies,
Oh Lord.
and
But
like
like
I read it when I was in elementary or middle school. To this day, it is the scariest thing I've ever seen. Just
so,
imagine your favorite superhero, Spider Man. You think he's cool? He's gonna web you up and eat you.
that's scary. I honestly, bro, would be more terrified if there was a zombie Batman. Just and if he kept his brain as smart he is,
Yeah,
like, bro, could you imagine?
and like,
This guy has a contingency plan to stop one of the most powerful characters of all time in Superman. So what do you think he can do to me and you or anyone else?
I just give in.
Like a zombie Superman,
Like,
bro.
a zombies. I feel like I don't know, man. So you don't read comic books, do you?
Nah, not, I've read a couple, but it's been a minute, man.
So I suggest, like, in terms of Marvel, you read Marvel Zombies,
Mm-hmm.
and in terms of DC, you read Deceased.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like Marvel Zombies, superheroes, supervillains, they become zombies, but they can still use their powers.
Oh man, the Incredible Hulk zombie. Could you imagine, dude?
Bro, so in the Marvel Zombies, right? They had the zombie virus contained in the United States,
Mm-hmm.
but because Quicksilver got infected, he ran across the whole earth and started infecting everybody. I was like, well, shit, can't do nothing now.
That's crazy, bro.
But like, you know how I say like a zombie apocalypse would bring out the worst in people?
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Fantastic
Oh
from
yeah.
the Fantastic
Oh
Four,
yeah. Who doesn't know Doctor Reed?
She-Hulk ate his kids and it made him lose his mind. So he was like, you know what? Fuck it, let's just be zombies. And he deliberately infected the rest of the Fantastic Four, and that's when shit hit the fan.
Oh yeah, because I mean, Doctor Reed is, or is it Doctor Richard or Doctor Reed?
It's Mr. Fantastic. I think they call him Dr. Richards. Reed Richards?
Yeah. Reed
Yeah.
Richards. Okay, yeah, I'm not tripping. Yeah, he's possibly one of the smartest minds in that universe.
He's like in the top 10.
Yeah, for sure. Him, Doctor Banner,
Him,
Iron Man.
Hulk, Iron Man, Black Panther is in the top 8.
Yeah, and then Spider Man's obviously smart. But
Yeah.
anyways, the mind, like, it depends. If he can use his mind and powers in the zombie,
Mm-hmm.
like, I can only imagine. I'm sure he could find a way to trap everyone. You know what I mean?
You know what they did in one comic? Like, you know how in the X-Men they had the machine that helps them look for other mutants, right?
Mm-hmm.
Him and a zombie beast, they reconfigured it to find humans.
Jesus.
And you know what? Like the Vision is an android, but the zombies broke his ass down and hooked him up to a machine. That way, if a human tried to contact other people, they could locate the human and eat them. I was like, bro, these motherfuckers are scary.
Bro, I can't even imagine that, man. Like, I just, not only do you have everything we just listed, but the superpowers involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you do at that point? Is it, God forgive me saying this, but is it better to off yourself than deal with that? Or, I mean, because I feel like, let's say Texas, all the superheroes and whatnot in Marvel, like, they're going to eventually find you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
No matter how much you hide, I mean, no matter, you know what I mean?
I think,
Can imagine Wolverine running around with those blades and
like, in a universe like that, where superheroes and supervillains become zombies and they can still use their powers, the best thing to do is to off yourself. Like, and you know how bad that virus is, right?
Mhm.
So people like Hulk, Wolverine, and Deadpool, their healing factors are supposed to be so good that they're immune to all diseases, right? They can't get sick. But this virus here doesn't give a damn.
that's crazy.
Hulk becomes a zombie, Wolverine becomes a zombie, Deadpool becomes one too. Like,
But I feel like at least with Deadpool, I feel like maybe in some form or fashion you could reason with him. I mean, I don't know, bro. Like that's a scary thought to think of.
and like, man, like in Marvel Zombies, like it got so bad. Like, you know who Galactus is?
Oh yeah,
Like, it got so bad that the Avengers, they ate the Silver Surfer, got his powers, and then ate Galactus, and now they ate the whole universe.
jeez, Louise.
And so, like, they explained that the only way you could cure the virus, right, is if you don't eat for like 2 weeks. So it's all in the mind because Hawkeye, he got his head cut off. he was still wanting to eat some food, even though he didn't have a stomach.
Oh wow, that's and if that can affect them, what do you think it would do to us?
And you see, um, there are some rare instances where if a human gets bitten, they become a zombie. But it's just like they don't last very long because the superheroes or supervillains will already eat them. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So, like, what Black Widow? She's a normal. I take that back.
She's comparable to as Special Avengers
I
to
mean,
us.
she Black Widow has a super soldier serum too. Like,
Yeah.
she's in her 70s and she still looks young.
Hmm.
But like, just like Captain America got infected, Black Widow, Luke Cage, he's supposed to have unbreakable skin, right? He was supposed to be the main protagonist, like the main hero originally because he has unbreakable skin. But they changed it to where he got infected too. The Colossus, his skin is made out of metal, he got infected.
Yeah.
The Thing, he's a big ass rock, he got infected.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like in this universe, nobody's safe. The last superhero to get infected was Black Panther, and this was like 40 years after the original outbreak.
Mm.
So it's just like,
If he gets infected, because Wakanda is surrounded by invisible
I
whatever,
mean, like
but still, like that's
Wakanda wasn't safe either.
nah, bro. Nowhere on Earth, and
Uh,
if they can get Galactus, bro, I think they can get anybody.
exactly. I'm just saying, if they're traveling throughout the universe, eating everything, like nobody's safe.
No.
And then they make a device to travel through dimensions. Nobody's safe.
Either no.
Like it's just like the thought of a zombie apocalypse is like scary, and then like written media, like comic books, like regular books, movies, TV shows, video games, like they take the imagination to the next level.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying, like, what's it called? It was on the tip of my tongue. Like, and there's some. Have you seen the movie Quarantine?
Yeah.
Like where
no,
they're
I-
stuck in the apartment building.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
so
they have to
like,
check in with the camera to check in.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like that movie, like it's just rabies,
Yeah.
but it's like super rabies where everybody like start attacking anybody and anything,
Mhm.
But the movie, it's an American remake of a Spanish horror film, which I'm gonna have to send it to you because it's good as fuck.
Yeah.
But like in the Spanish horror film, you think it's like a regular zombie virus or some shit, right? You don't learn until the second movie that it's actually a demon.
Bro,
Like,
sorry to cut you off, bro, but I just thought of a movie,
what's up?
Train to Busan. Have you seen that?
Oh,
Bro.
I love that movie.
And then bro, imagine just being stuck wherever you are and bro, or I don't know if you've seen it, but it's a Netflix movie about these kids in high school start zombies.
All of Us Are Dead.
Yeah.
Yep. It got a season 2 and I'm waiting on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That cafeteria scene was peak. Just saying, y'all.
But
Yeah, go
like,
check it out.
dog, it's just like I was watching All of Us Are Dead the other day, man. It's just like I can't wait for season 2. And then I read the like Korean webtoon that the show is based off of.
Uh-huh.
Like that shit is crazy as fuck too.
But on the bright side, though, on that one, at least it's not because that girl.
Mhm.
I know I'm not trying to spoil too much. But she's like half zombie, so she
Yeah.
can talk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, you got that one, the main villain, that guy. He was evil, kind in a way. Like, bro,
He was a bully.
yeah.
He didn't care. He was killing any and everybody.
Like, imagine if someone like The Rock or all these bodybuilders or Usain Bolt got that. Nah,
Fucking
bro.
Dwayne Johnson, Brock Lesnar, fucking Shaq,
Yeah.
The Big Show. Hell no.
Or the Great Khali.
Usain Bolt, he's the fastest zombie on earth.
You ain't getting to run. You ain't winning.
I'll be mad as fuck. If I see a zombie Usain Bolt running after me, I'll just give up. I'm like, fuck it, you deserve it, man.
They were like, what do? You can outrun him.
Hell no. And then you get taken out by a zombie wrestler, he suplexes your body in half and starts eating you, and like, hell no.
Oh man. Or Rey Mysterio, doing the little
The 619.
9.
Hell no. He's crawling all over your body. You can't do nothing. He just takes a chunk out of you every time. I'm like, nope.
Oh Oh man.
I'm telling you, man, it's just like if we do have a zombie apocalypse, and it's just like, and if it comes like in video games and shit, like you got special types of infected,
Mm-hmm.
we can't do nothing about it.
Nah, bro.
Uh,
I don't care what, know how many guns, and how many. If you have vehicles, bro, they're gonna get past you. Especially the strength, like the mutations
Mhm.
alone. It's just hard.
I'm just saying, like in Dying Light, you know how many bullets it takes to put down a volatile? A
Too
whole
many.
a clip and a half.
Yeah, and ammo is gonna be so scarce
Exactly.
after the first couple weeks, bro, because everyone's going.
Yeah.
Oh man, but
But
so moral of the story, bro, is what are you picking, bro?
all right, so we're gonna pick one from each category.
All right.
I'm gonna say, in terms of video games, I don't even think it counts as a zombie virus, but it's a contagion. It's a plague that
Mm-hmm.
transforms dead bodies. I'm gonna say Dead Space is number one.
Oh yeah, for sure. And
it's-
Dying Light, it's a second.
yeah.
Dying Light, second. Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
In terms of video, we are
You just
giving-
said video
my
games,
bad,
bro. Come
my
on.
bad. In terms of movies, though, it's between World War Z and 28 Days Later for sure.
I haven't seen 28 Days, so
You
I'm
need to
gonna go.
watch it. I
probably will.
think it might be on Hulu. I think either on
Right.
Hulu. It's on one of those. But 28
could be a
Days Later
watch.
and World War Z are tied because of how fast you could get infected and how fast the infected move.
And
Um,
for me, it's World War Z for the simple fact, yes, they do have weaknesses if you get sick, but
Mhm.
most of us are healthy,
Yeah.
and we won't know. Like, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
mean, the best case scenario is you get an STD or something.
Yeah.
But that could kill you too. FYI, y'all stay safe doing that stuff, by the way. But
So-
anyways,
In terms of books, all right, so like just regular novels, like a regular book, World War Z, I think that is number one. I think that is the most popular like zombie book.
are we counting comics and books or?
Comic books is a whole separate section.
Okay.
So in terms of books, World War Z is number one because I think that is the most popular zombie book. And then in terms of comic books, though, Marvel Zombies for sure.
Yeah, and I know some of y'all are going to say, what about I Am Legend or Resident Evil? We're not counting those. Just simple fact in this.
I think in I Am Legend, I think they're vampires.
Yeah, I think
But-
so too. But even though I don't know what they are because they have the sun. But
Well, they're albino, It's just I think they're more vampires because, oh God, I think they're vampires. But yeah, no. So the worst zombie apocalypses and media across media. There y'all have it.
all right, y'all. Y'all have it. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.
All right.